Can I ask you? This is a little bit of a science fiction question, but I started my life as a science fiction writer before I became a psychologist. I was publishing science fiction stories. So this has occurred to me as I've learned more about your work, and certainly as I was reading Girl Decoded. Is there a chance a machine can be too emotionally intelligent? And what I mean by that is a person can't be. We love it when our friends are utterly sensitive to what we're feeling. They know just what we're thinking. They always know just what to say. But the reason we love that is we know they feel something too. Is there a chance that we might not like a machine that's so good at reading our emotions because we know it doesn't really feel anything? And so it feels like, in a sense, it's manipulating us. Is that something you ever worry about? Or are we so far from that that it doesn't occupy a minute of your thought?
Both. We're definitely far from that, but it's also something we think a lot about. So imagine if you're Alexa, you wake up one day and you say, Alexa, play this song. And it says, actually, Dan, I'm not going to today. I'm in such a bad mood. Or you were mean to me yesterday and I'm still getting over it, right? I don't know if we would like that. Would you like your Alexa to challenge you like that?
Oh, this is the greatest question, because there's actually a student in my lab doing exactly the study you just described. His hunch is the reason we can't really bond with Alexa is we don't owe her anything. Real human beings have relationships. And if I'm not nice to my friend Rana, I'm going to have to apologize, and she's not going to like me for a little while. Alexa she's there and she answers questions, but she's utterly subservient. I can call her a terrible name, and then the next thing I ask is, what's the weather? And she cheerfully tells me. People aren't like that. And so he's trying to find out whether people would actually like AI a little bit more if it seemed to occasionally get pouty and say, well, that wasn't very nice of you. So I don't know.
That's really fascinating, because I also think the current version of Alexa and these conversational interfaces, it's very transactional. As you said, you ask it a question, it answers it. You let it do something, right? Whereas I think the true power of these kind of interfaces is when they really start to understand your emotional state and mental state and get to know you better, so that they can, as you know, right, like people who have higher EQs are more persuasive, they're more likable, they can actually be a conduit to behavior change. So I think the true power of these devices will be when they get to know you and can say, you know what, you're not eating really healthy right now. Let's have a conversation about this and put a plan together, and I'll hold you accountable to it. I would love that right now, because I'm not eating great. So I think that I think will change the dynamics a little bit with these interfaces. And yeah, it's fascinating to see how people respond to that, because people personalize these devices anyways, even though they have no EQ right now.
That's right.